You're lying alone in the dark, waiting for sleep. The room is perfectly silent. And then, out of nowhere, a single catastrophic thought arrives. What if everything goes wrong tomorrow? Instantly, your body reacts as if a physical threat is standing right there in the room. Your heart rate accelerates, your breathing becomes shallow, and your attention narrows to a pinpoint. The biological jolt lingers, settling into a heavy mood of anxiety that colors the rest of the night. That mood starts dictating your physical behavior. You might toss and turn in bed or withdraw into yourself, mentally abandoning the project you are working on because the weight of it feels too massive. This diagram shows the anatomy of that reaction. As this cycle repeats day after day, the pattern feels permanent. Eventually, the sequence hardens into an identity. You stop seeing a passing reaction, saying, "This is just who I am." We spend our days pulled into this current without even noticing the water. We live as a continuous reaction to events that only exist in our minds. The strange part is how that first thought appeared. While we assume we are deliberately authoring our thoughts, the brain is actually an automatic prediction machine running in the background. An imaginary conversation starts playing. A random past memory interrupts. The mind talks and compares, projecting future scenarios completely on its own, without waiting for your conscious permission. If you don't realize this automatic mechanism is running, your entire life becomes an exhausting reaction to background static. How do you escape a cycle that you aren't the one starting? Most people try to force their minds to be quiet or actively fight a negative thought. This triggers what psychologists call the ironic process effect. The harder you try to suppress a thought, the more the brain monitors for its presence. By checking to see if the thought is gone, you give it more energy. It's like being told not to think about a pink elephant. The strict command to avoid the image guarantees you cannot stop seeing it. Aggressively fighting the mind ensures defeat. Escaping the cycle requires abandoning resistance. Let's go back to the exact fraction of a second that stressful thought appeared. This time, instead of following it, you simply notice it. You don't argue with it, you don't suppress it, and you don't believe it. You just watch. This shift is called metacognition. A visible gap creates space between the thought and the awareness watching it. That distance reveals stressful thoughts are just repetitive reruns. Without your resistance or engagement, the thought loses energy and naturally dissolves. If you can step back and watch a thought, then the thought cannot be you. This doesn't mean the brain becomes empty. Fear and negative thoughts will still arrive in daily life. It's like stepping out of a movie while it's still playing. The projection continues on the screen, but you now sit objectively in the audience. This distance creates subtle changes in behavior. You might notice anger rising before you speak impulsively, or catch self-doubt before you abandon a goal. The mind will still generate noise, but a cultivated awareness becomes stronger than the noise, breaking the cycle of automatic reaction. Beneath the frantic background of the brain, there has always been a quiet awareness that simply notices without panicking. You've likely experienced this calm in brief moments where the inner voice pauses, like staring at the ocean or driving silently at night. This leaves us with a final question. If the brain generates the thoughts, and you are the one observing them, who is the one doing the observing? Learning when not to believe every thought automatically is the dividing line between having a mind and being controlled by one. If this topic fascinated you, hit the like button and subscribe. In our next video, we'll explore why the brain never truly stays silent, even when you